Why hello everyone, this is Wolfblood, second attempt on recording this. I forgot to end the video before I did something, don't worry. So, I'm going to say right now, this is going to be 18 plus older video. Also, yeah, be warned, there's going to be blood and gore, lots of it. This is going to be a villain live. Again, yep, I know, I should have done a hero, but that is going to be my next series. Excuse me. This is what if Deku was, Slenderman. So yeah, we start off with Deku being born with no face. Inko's worried about this and saying what's wrong with his face, and the doctor simply says, "Oh, this is his quirk. Nothing's absolutely wrong with him. He still has a mouth and everything. He still can see, but no one can tell he has a mouth." And Deku just forms his mouth and starts crying, and Inko's like, "Oh, okay." So his quirk is classed as a mutation quirk, and I want to say at the same time Deku turned invisible and invisible. Then the lights start flickering and stops, and he can teleport, but I'm not going to do that. And his tentacles came out of his back, just going rapid. Then they stopped. So yeah. Let's cut a few years later, like 4 years later. The doctor says your quirk is quite powerful. Oh, and I want to say, man, I want to make Deku super tall yet. And Deku's like, yeah, really? And Deku, and the doctor says your quirk is known as the darkness. And Ego's like, that sounds more villainous, because his quirk is made for villainy, but it can be used for good. And Deku's like, wait, what? I don't want to be a villain, I want to be a hero. Oh. And, my doctor said, I know, but let me tell. Oh yeah, it's correct. I want to say Deku is 10 times skinnier than a normal child should be. So yeah, it's part of his quirk, so yeah. The doctor is saying, yeah, your quirk survives in the dark. Like, the longer you're in darkness, the stronger you get. Your quirk is super dangerous as well. You can turn off the lights with that. You can basically interrupt on recordings. Basically you have so many, like, your abilities are so powerful that I think He's not super powerful, but you're basically a living ghost because you shouldn't be walking right now. Oh, and he goes like, wait, what? Even if he has super regeneration, he shouldn't be this skinny. It might be one of his quirk's defects, but um, he's just living off his abilities right now. His tentacles, his teleportation, super regeneration, and the electronic disrupting ability. So yeah, when he gets back to the kindergarten and he tells them his abilities, and everyone's starting to pick on Lors except for Bako. Bako's the only one who showed up for him, and telling everyone his quirk is amazing. He's not a villain. Everyone's just calling him a villain. Honestly, Deku and Bako are more like brothers than anything else in this story. So yeah, it's going to be Deku and Bako have become villains. So yeah, uh, but once Bako unlocked his quirk and got explosions, and everyone like the next day, when Bakugo was saying in his quirk, look everyone, I got a villainous quirk now too. Just to make Deku feel better, since he's in the very back. Like, everyone's like, no, that's not Vin's quirk, it's the cool quirk. So, and Baku said himself, explosions are not villainless. And everyone's saying, yeah. And Deku and Baku so go says, think twice. Explosions are very dangerous. I can destroy, even kill people with this quirk. We all can kill people with our quirks, if you think about it. Yeah, so yeah, and then Bakugo was starting to get bullied because of his quirk now too, and trying to defend Deku. And time for middle school. Both of them calling villain, and both of them try to go to EA. And Deku says simply this: if you want us to be villains, fine, we be the villains of our stories. And simply Deku walks out of the classroom, and Bakugo was following him. And Bakugo says, what do you mean, fine, we be villains? I see. Bakugo says, wait, Deku, where are you going? If you ever become a hero, Bakugo, I want you to stop me. And Bakugo automatically knew what this means, and Bakugo tried to stop Deku from going to the path of darkness, but it's too late. So, I want to say he did hurt the League of Villains a little bit, so he is trying to join them. Oh, I want to say Deku ran away from his house now. No one knows where he's at. Bakugo was looking for him, and he heard about the League of Villains. Now he's looking for them. So yeah, everything's just going downhill from here on out. Um, cut to the time. Let's see. Cut to the start of the anime. Um, De- Deku did find the League of Villains. He is a part of them. It's just him and Shigaraki. That's basically it. And now I say we did do like missions throughout the years, and Deku did meet All for One couple times, and Deku has a very very special mission and very important mission he has to carry out. So tomorrow with Shigaraki, it's pretty easy. And today is the cut to the next day of the mission. And Shigaraki says, "Why are we doing here? You're, you're Deku, or so I slay Slenderman." Yes, Deku goes by the name of Slenderman now. And Deku's, I want to say, I didn't tell you his height in the middle school. He was pretty tall. He was about 6, no, 7, 6. Now he's about 8 foot, his max height. And Deku says, "My job is pretty easy, Shigaraki." And Shigaraki says, "What do you mean?" And Deku, Senko's came out and stabbing Shigaraki through him, killing him. That was my mission. And that's basically how Shigaraki died. I want to say, cut. I see Deku went back to the bar, talking with Kiri, telling him what job is done. And, and, um, and, and Deku's talking to Kiri, and Deku says, "So, I'm the new leader of the League of Villains, huh?" And Kiri says, "Yep, this is going to be interesting." And Deku says, "Very interesting." Well, I forgot to mention, Deku is so much smarter than Ken and Deku. He's pretty much almost same length of Nezu, the principal. So yeah. Um, and Deku's just talking, chatting with Kiguri. I want to say about hour has passed, and All for One came on the TV and telling Deku, was saying good job, and Deku says thank you, and All for One asked to see him. Deku went to go see All for One, and All for One explains his quirk and how he wants Deku to be the next um number one of fear. I can't remember what. I know he was a number one villain, but I didn't know of what. I think it was fear. And Deku accepted it, being one for all is dead. No, all for one instead of one for all. I want to say I'm going to give Deku one for all. So yeah, there's once there's no enemies. Basically, oh, I'm going to do this. I had like a 40-minute video. Shit. I want to see the cut to the USJ. It's time for the USJ attack since I never really for the 10 months planned. See, no, let's scratch that, rewind with 10 months. I won't go and say me, Deku found, Toga. He asked if she, I want to say that he found Toga being, I'm not going to say exactly if you guys know what I'm talking about, good for you. If you know what I'm talking about, yeah, is that. Deku stopped that and helped Toga. I'm going to say a lot of her clothes was ripped up, and Deku went to the store, bought her some new clothes, and gave it to her. And she put them on and thanking Deku and saying he's her hero. And Deku says, "I'm no hero," and walks off. And Toga follows her, saying, "Wait, I have nowhere else to go. Do you have a place for me to stay?" And Deku turns around and simply says, "Why not you work with me? What's your name?" Imiko Toga. What's your quirk? I can't remember her quirk. I believe her quirk name is Transformation. And Toga says, "It's Transformation." That's a nice quirk. Tell me how it works. The more blood I drink, the longer I can. 1 cup of blood means I can be someone for 24 hours. And Deku says, you might be actually a pretty good partner. And Deku says, "Let's make a deal," standing his hand out, saying, "If you work for me, I'll help you get anything you feel like." Is that a deal? And Togo shakes his hand and says, "Deal." And a small little fire has started between those two. Oh. No, I did it almost. Apparently. I will keep going for a minute. Yeah. For 3 pause. Oh, dear God, it's actually, you know what? I will pause it right here. Give me a second. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, you always get back up. What? Where was I? Oh yeah. Another number was Soga joining the League of Villains. And he brings Soga to the League's base and tells That's all for one, and Kiguri, we got a new member. And V says, already? You do work fast. Mr. Van Sigaraki. So yeah, Deku simply says, tells Toga, we're looking for more members. So right now, if you know anyone, please bring them here. She says, okay. Yeah, and for months, I want to see for over 10 months that we came together. So time for the USJ attack. We're only missing this to kill All Might. So yeah, we're like, don't worry about the kids, just distract them and make them think we're here to kill them. But don't actually kill them. You want All Might dead. You'll worry about the kids later. When everyone walks through the portal, Deku was the last one out. I want to say the rest of the league are there just in case, or back at the bar just in case something goes wrong. And they need more people. And I want to say the raid basically happens. Razorhead did try a fight against everyone when Venomo come out, and Deku says, no, right here. I got Razorhead. And Kiguri says, wait, no. Oh, you erase your quirk. My quirk is a mutation. Razorhead's abilities will just nullify my quirk. So if we can close the roof hatch, then my abilities will become 10 times stronger. And Kiguri says, okay. And finding the panel that closes the roof and destroying the entrance to the place. I want to say Deku does have a form of night vision. So yeah. Excuse me. I want to say Deku walks up to Razorhead, aka Aizawa, and uses tentacles picking up him. He couldn't escape since he can't see now. And Deku rips Aizawa from limb by limb, killing him automatically. Then all my peers couldn't see nothing, but Deku was the only one who can see. Teleported right behind All Might, stabbing him right through his chest. Just make him deflate and killing All Might right there and right then. And Deku says, Kirigiri, get us all out of here. Get us out of here. Then he left, and the power. I want to say Kirigiri was turning the power back on, and was soon see, but both teachers dead. Both Aizawa and All Might dead. Everyone like, who's that skinny guy? And Barco was like, no, All Might is dead. Everyone, ooh. before Deku killed Eraserhead, he did take Eraserhead's quirk. So yeah. Now he can erase people's quirks now. I want to say he combined it with his tentacles, so anyone who he touches with his tentacles can erase their quirks for, I want to say, about a minute, then it runs off. He can look at them straight in the eyes and turn off, but it's too hard for him to do that since he does it. It's kind of hard for someone to look at him into the eyes when he has no eyes. So yeah. This is gonna be the end of the video right here. So yeah, please sub or and share. Like if you dislike, tell me your reason why. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Bye, and have a good one, you all.